everyone, this is Doxy Mom and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, I've got Miss Angel. You haven't seen her since she was a little puppy. She's a pretty big girl now. And I've got little Miss Valentine with us today. And here's Miss Peanut as well. They're all waking up from their naps, so who knows what's going to happen. But we're here to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. Now, I first want to give a shout out to my wonderful horse veterinarian. She came out yesterday to give all our horses their shots, and she did chiropractic adjustments on our barrel horses. And, you know, in my opinion, she's one of the best lameness vets on the whole East Coast. And I just wanted to say thank you for coming out, taking care of our big babies, and thank you for supporting my channel. Now, on with the news. Now, Mark Taylor, he was on Sheila Zielinski's channel, and he first said that Lindsey Graham is being used by God to instill panic into the deep state. Because think about the Kavanaugh hearings. You know, he brought up the military tribunals, and then he was on Judge Jeanine saying half the people behind the Russia investigation are going to jail. Now, however, with this panic intensifying, so are the attacks. And the only thing the cabal can do right now is to fight back, and they fight dirty. Now, they will be pulling out all of their weapons of war between now and 2020, the election. But Mark said that when Nancy Pelosi tore up President Trump's State of the Union, that was a go signal, and in the spirit realm, to the witches and warlocks and even assassins to go after President Trump and his supporters, to go out there and tear them up. So they are attacking Q because they know Q is real, and they're trying to control the narrative. Now, Mark said anytime that the mainstream media tells you that something is a conspiracy theory, well, you can take it to the bank that it's real. Then Mark brings up that Rudy Giuliani, he was on Jesse Waters, saying he had a very incriminating memo on a 2016 White House meeting with Ukrainian officials, and you can feel the panic coming from the deep state. And Giuliani, well, let me tell you, he is not going away, and he is not backing down. So, the bad guys, now, they're going to go down, but it's all in the timing. And I know I've said this over and over again, guys, but we just have to be patient and look at what Mike Pompeo just dropped in front of all of the governors about the governors taking money from China. And Pompeo, well, he knows which governors took money and which governors did not take money. And, you know, these governors, they're selling out our country. So this has caused major panic among the governors. Then Sheila, she brings up the Oscars and how the big stars keep attacking President Trump, but people, well, they're getting tired of it. And apparently this year's Oscars, excuse me, had the lowest ratings in the show's history. Now, Sheila, she makes a great point. She says, when your industry is full of predators, pedos, rapists, and ilk, but you still act like you have the moral high ground to tell other people what to think and vote? Well, she goes on to say that Americans don't want to be lectured for 3 hours about climate change and income inequality by these incredibly out-of-touch jet-setting millionaires. And she's absolutely right, y'all. Now, these deep state players, they're outing themselves through their words, along with some big-time pastors. Beth Moore, she applauded that Christianity Today article saying that Trump should be impeached. And Mark says a lot of these big-name pastors are Illuminati-driven because most people do not rise up to a level of fame without selling their souls to Satan, which is so sad, y'all. We've got to pray for these people. Now, Mark says when the justice starts, the civil unrest begins because people are starting to be executed for treason, that these bad actors, they're going to say, oh, well, we just all need to get along, and they're going to go against President Trump. But President Trump, he has been placed in the White House. He's been anointed by God to bring justice to the earth. And Mark believes that the Democrats were allowed to win the House to show people, the whole public, what the Democrats' true colors really are, and they will turn away from the Democrat Party. And we've already seen this. It's beginning. Remember the C-SPAN, the woman who called in and said she'd been a Democrat her whole life, but never again after how the Democrats acted during the State of the Union. And you're also starting to see the supernatural in the natural, like when Chuck Schumer told that demon to get out of his seat, because Mark says there's an even bigger demon inside of Chuck. So they go on and they talk about the coronavirus, which is part of the depopulation plan. Yet apparently Bill Gates holds a patent on the vaccine. Isn't that interesting? But this is a fear tactic to control the masses and change the narrative. We've gone from defensive mode, where people like Giuliani, who's been defending the president, and we've now moved to offensive mode, and the gloves are coming off, and important information is coming out. And once they start unsealing the indictments, well, they will have the proof, and the public, excuse me, puppy, she's down here chewing on my notebook. The public will see what's been going on. Now, Mark starts talking about some good things that are happening, like Brexit. Wasn't this wonderful? Because this is the first of many layers of oppression to be lifted off our fellow patriots in the UK. And I just want to say congratulations to all my friends across the pond. This is wonderful for you. Now, Mark says that God is literally setting the spiritual oppressed free, so the gospel can go out to the entire earth. Now, Sheila, she says we are in a spiritual battle, and we need to be praying that God will expose this evil. And here's your daily reminder to pray for President Trump, his family, Q and the team, our military, their families, and all fighting for our country. Now, President Trump, Mark, he ends the video by saying justice is coming, and yes, there are going to be a lot of dark things being exposed, and it's important to find balance. Do the research, but yet find the balance. Spend time with your family and your friends, loved ones. Spend time in the Bible. Spend time with Jesus, so you'll have that balance in your life, because you can become addicted to the doom and gloom, so you don't want to be doing that. You know, I have to take breaks from time to time. Of course, I volunteer for Christian Pen Pals and our barrel racing ministry that my cousin started, but you know, we have to be prepared. We need that balance, and you know, God's justice is coming to the earth, so be encouraged, because great years are ahead of us. And I'll leave a link to that video. Now, the Gateway Pundit, they're reporting some good news as well. Former Trump administration communications director Hope Hicks, well, she is returning to the White House, and she will return as a senior advisor to the president. She'll be completing projects with Jared Kushner and White House political director Brian Jack. So this is some great news, and let's just keep Hope in our prayers as she helps our president, because we know that Hope certainly is on President Trump's side. And I'll leave a link. And then President Trump, he just tweeted out, "Drain the swamp. We want bad people out of our government." So, yes, we do, President Trump, and we're just praying that God will give you the discernment that you need to know who is good and who is evil. I'm sorry I don't have a Bible verse for you today, but I'll have one for you next time. So this is Doxy Mom, and until next time, God bless you all.